Dunwoody, pioneering the military terrain. I did it! I finally did it! General Anne E. Dunwoody said to herself when she found out that she was the first woman in U.S. military and uniformed service history to achieve a 4-star officer rank. Dunwoody is looked up to as a source of hope for women looking to enlist in the military and those currently enlisted. When she was asked what she wants people to know about the women currently serving, she replied, "We have some incredibly courageous, heroic, and dedicated women in today's military. They are afraid of nothing. They have made such an impact no matter where we put them." To see how she has made such an impact on the military, let us take a look back at her amazing and unprecedented journey. Anne E. Dunwoody was born January 14, 1953, to Elizabeth and Harold Dunwoody. Her father was a career Army officer and decorated veteran, and due to this, her childhood was spent to some degree like many military families live, from one post to another. Her family history preceded her, having 4 generations of military service, all of which she calls them West Pointers. She still did not have the military in her sightlines. "I always dreamed that I was going to be a coach and a physical education teacher. That is what I knew I wanted to be." Throughout high school, she found her desire for physical education by cheerleading, tennis, and other various sports. By 1971, she graduated from Supreme Headquarters Allied Powers Europe, or SHAPE, in Belgium. This was about the time her father received orders to Vietnam, so while he went off to serve again, her mother decided to go back to her hometown in New York. This was when Dunwoody decided to go to the State University of New York, or SUNY, College at Cortland, a top 10 school for physical education. When planning for college, Dunwoody had 2 criteria: attending a top 10 physical therapy school and being close to family, and this met both perfectly. According to her, this was the beginning of her journey. During college, Dunwoody would continue her indulgence of sports. She started to do gymnastics and continued to play tennis, and stated, "In my mind, I was living my grand plan that I had since I was young." In her junior year, Dunwoody was approached by her sister, who was also enlisted in the military, about a program that the Army was attempting to implement to get more women into the military. Dunwoody remembers the details of the program as, "In the program, you would, for 4 weeks, between your junior and senior year, kind of get a taste of the military and WACs, women in the Army. If you were accepted and applied, then you became a part of the program, earning $500 a month during your second year in college, which was a lot of money back then. You graduated with a commission as a second lieutenant with a 2-year commitment. And that was a tough decision for me because I was going to be a physical education major, and I was going to be a coach." What she thought was only going to be a minor 2-year detour ended up becoming her career, and she loves the fact that she never doubted herself. In 1975, Dunwoody graduated from State University of New York College with a degree in physical education, like her original grand plan, but was also directly commissioned into the Women's Army Corps at Fort Sill, Oklahoma. She later graduated with 2 master's degrees in logistics management from the Florida Institute of Technology in 1988 and in national resource strategy from the Industrial College of the Armed Forces in 1995. After realizing the military life was something that she enjoyed, Dunwoody would continue to serve after her first commission had come to an end. During that time at Fort Sill, Dunwoody was first assigned as a supply platoon leader to the 226th Maintenance Company and the 100th Supply and Services Battalion. She would spend the next 30-plus years holding a position as a Quartermaster Corps officer, along with commanding the 5th Quartermaster Detachment Airborne Division in Kaiserslautern, Germany, the 407th Supply and Service Battalion, also known as the 782nd Main Support Battalion in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, among many other battalions. During that 30 years in active service, one of her personal highlights was becoming commander of the 82nd Airborne Division in 1992. In her time with the 82nd, She had deployed to Operations Desert Shield and also Desert Storm. After Dunwoody's time being deployed on operations, she began to serve as commander of the Army Materiel Command, or AMC, which is one of the largest commands in the Army. That particular command employs more than 69,000 employees across all 50 states and are also located in 145 foreign countries across the globe. Dunwoody had the opportunity to serve as the strategic planner for the Chief of Staff of the Army, and during that time, the Chief of Staff had nothing but high praises for Dunwoody. He once said, "In my mind, Anne Dunwoody is the epitome of the Army professional." Women contemplating enlisting in the military have looked up to Anne Dunwoody as a leading example and ray of hope. Over her years, she has shown courage and strength to do something that women were not and sometimes still not accepted to do. Some things may not always happen according to our own plan, but for all you know, that may end up happening for the better.